Hey Soul Tribe and beautiful souls, welcome back to Diana's Magical Mermaid Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a reading that's targeted at a very powerful and urgent message that will help get us through this week and through the coming days. May all the energies and messages present here today serve the highest good in the collective. Amen. We have here the International Icon Tarot. Let us begin. The message here is for it could be your sun, rising, Venus. It could be any of these. It could be any of these types of energies coming through. So whichever you have, this message is for you. If you're a Sagittarius in any of those placements on your chart. Okay. So I feel like something has come to an end. Okay, something, it's like it's a good, in a way it's kind of a good card. I feel like something came to an end, something that was bad, something that you didn't like, that kept happening repeatedly, or maybe just some ordeal you encountered or you went through has come to an end. I'm also getting like maybe you're dealing with something you feel like has failed, something that has been ruined. Okay, this is what Spirit Guides want to talk with you about today. Perhaps you feel betrayed or feel like you reach rock bottom and you're feeling a sense of defeat. Like, why does this thing I'm doing keep not working out? How come I keep not getting what it is I want? Or something like this. Okay, you may be going through recovery. Let's get more information. Perhaps you got betrayed or rejected by a certain group. That's another message coming through. Maybe you feel like you're being avoided. You're being sidestepped. You feel like someone is keeping something away from you, something that's rightfully yours. Maybe victory was stolen from you in some type of way. You feel like something that should be belonging to you is not belonging to you. Okay, maybe you feel like you're being deceived. Or you're being tricked. Okay, that's another message coming through, and you're very concerned about this. Let's go ahead and move on to what else is coming through here. And I feel like maybe that's at the root of why you keep feeling rejected or hurt, or feeling like something it keeps failing. Is you keep feeling like you're being avoided somehow. You're being avoided for something. Something keeps that is rightfully yours is being taken away. Okay, let's keep going here. Okay, could have to do with your ambitions. I'm going to put the cards here that have fallen onto the table, but I'm going to look at the ones that flip as well. Yeah, I'm just getting a sense of like something you have a strong sense of ambition towards. Maybe you want to relocate. Maybe you want to be successful in your career. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want a nice car. I don't know what it is, but there's something you're wanting. You feel like it keeps not happening. It's possible. Okay, something's kind of getting in the way of your ambitions, or something you're wanting to accomplish, or some goal you're trying to achieve. You want to unite with others. You want others to unite with you. Celebrate something. You want some kind of successful outcome. Okay, having to do with emotions, or the way you're feeling, or healing yourself or healing others. Maybe having to do with love, or your empathy, or your intuition. Maybe you're a counselor, or maybe you are a psychic, and you keep feeling like, these look like gypsy tents to me. Maybe you feel like you're not getting clients or something. I don't know. Let's keep it going. Maybe you're feeling like you're having a hard time finding the right match. Okay, we got one. Okay, this could have to do with your employment, or your religion, or your marriage, or your relationship. So I'm getting like a sense of tradition here, or education. Okay, something very formal. Perhaps you feel worried because you've been avoiding certain formalities. You don't want the formal route. You don't want the traditional route. And maybe it worries you that, others are getting some sort of some sort of patronage that you're not getting. You're feeling like maybe you're being rejected as a leader. Okay, people don't want to come to you and view you as a leader while others are being viewed as a leader. Maybe you're wanting an unconventional path, an untraditional path, and while others are choosing a traditional path, you're going a different way, but maybe it's not working out or something. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Maybe you want to be married too, and it feels like you keep not getting the right one. You keep not finding the person who wants to marry you. People, when you meet someone, they avoid the topic of marriage, or they don't want to be married. Yeah, you're trying to find the right match. You're trying to find the right match for yourself as far as finding a spouse or mate, or you're also trying to find a good fit for yourself when it comes to employment. You're trying to find the right clients. You're trying to find the right patronage, or the right business to be working in, or the right religion or something like this. You're trying to find a good fit for yourself, but it feels in some manner, okay, but it feels like instead what you're getting is rejection and being avoided, and it worries you. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else is coming through. So it's what I'm seeing for you right now is that you are very determined, very determined, and you are on point. Okay, I almost feel like the problem is not you. The problem is not you. You show up every day. You are determined. You stay focused. You're driven. You're hardworking. You're disciplined. You keep the thing going. You're in the driver's seat. You are managing your internal impulses and keeping everything going in a certain direction. All right, let's keep it moving here. Let's get more information. Mostly, maybe it's part of what you're worrying about is being victimized in some way. You feel like you've been victimized. Maybe people have been stealing from you. You've been scammed a lot. You've been scammed a lot. Or ripped off. And there's this idea that and you're calling the shots. I'm telling you, you're being bold. You're being on point. You're being bold and you are being on point here. I see you standing at attention. You're standing at attention. You got this thing. You're looking at it closely. What do I do next? You're engaged. You're fully engaged. You're even contemplating, should I stay in my comfort zone, or should I reach out and do more or do something different? You know, you are fully engaged in this process, and I feel like you are not the problem. You're not the problem in this regard when it comes to motivation, determination, being focused, and being present to what needs to happen. So and I do feel like the world's your oyster, the ball's in your court. You're calling the shots, as in there's a lot, whatever you are in control of, you are fully present to it and taking full control. It's not one of these situations where bad things have happened to you and now you've given up and you're just in a state of dismay and despair and you're not doing anything about it anymore and you're floundering. No, you are at attention. You are focused. You're determined. Kudos to you, Sagittarius. Let's keep it moving and get more information. I also feel like there are people who are considering choosing you. People who have chosen you. They've looked and they've had choices to make, and they've had you on one hand, had someone on the other hand, and decided to choose you. So you do have people who are choosing you. You do have people who come your way, who come to you directly. So you do have some patronage or some sort of energy headed your way. I do see that. I do see people sitting, it's kind of like you're wanting this black and white energy right here. People receiving patronage. You do have it. You do have it to some degree. Okay, maybe not as much as you would like, but you do have some sort of support and assistance, and you have harnessed some energies you have some energies harnessed at your helm, and you're in control, you're in charge, you're moving forward. So you do have some things going for yourself. You have built up some energy and a solid base for yourself. So that's something that's going really well for you right now. Okay, and you're being discerning. You're looking at all your options. I just see a lot of engagement, a lot of observing. I don't see anyone lying on the job, sleeping on the job, acting like they don't know what to do, whatever. That you are engaged and you're looking and you're trying to figure out how do I do this. what, you know, how do I avoid pitfalls? What's the correct choice for me to make here? Okay, so you are very careful when it comes to making certain decisions. Okay, I feel like you have something of value in hand right now. You have something of value in hand. You have, I feel like you have, you may have a job offer, or you may have some money in the bank, or you have something of value in hand right now. It's either being offered to you or that you already own. You already have it in your court. Okay, kind of like I'm seeing here with this, you know, oyster, this globe. I mean, the globe in your hand, rather. Okay, and it's an opportunity, and it's an opportunity of prosperity that's currently in your hand. You are abundant to some degree, so it's what you make of it in some ways. Okay. And things are moving. Things are moving right along. I do feel like there's progress in your situation. There's movement in your situation. It is not stagnant. And thanks to your determination, focus, and keeping things moving, you're at the helm. You're the driver in the driver's seat, and you're keeping this vehicle going. You are. So this is what you have working in your favor right now, Sagittarius. So I'm really proud of you, and it's very important that you focus on what's working right in your situation, just for the sake of manifesting the good things, manifesting the right things into your world. Let's take a look at what else is coming through for you. This one fell out. Okay. So I do feel like you know, for some of you, you may decide to switch course and try something different. Okay, this is a good thing that's coming in your way. You may decide, you know, this is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and move on and take these disciplined energies and apply it somewhere else. Okay, I am seeing that. I'm also seeing that maybe there's someone involved in your situation that's kind of holding you back. Someone's been holding you back. And I see that they're going to get tired of it. They're going to feel like, man, you know, obviously Sagittarius is trying so hard, and look how much Sagittarius has, all the cups and success that Sagittarius has, and all the well wishes and everything. You know, I'm tired of this, and so they're going to stop gatekeeping. We're going to stop getting in your way, and they're just going to get up on out of there. Okay, so that's a victory coming your way. I feel that you're going to be viewed as someone who's very confident and courageous. Okay, and this is going to pull a lot of people in. The Queen of Wands is a very popular card, has a lot of charisma, and people are going to be drawn to this energy. Okay, you're going to be attracting a crowd, or attracting whatever it is that you need. Okay, I also feel like there's someone very protective that's going to step into your space. Someone's going to come in and protect you, because they're going to view you as sweet and vulnerable, someone who's still growing, someone who needs protection. So I see a protective force entering your scenario, especially when it comes to what your concern has been. Yeah, someone who's going to be a motivator. Yeah, I feel like your passion and your courage and your confidence is going to get you through as well. And you're going to become very popular. You're going to be viewed as someone who's very protective, and people are going to move in your direction because of this. Okay, those qualities in you are going to be very attractive and cause people to abandon something else they were doing and move in your direction. I feel like you're gonna come to some type of reward. Okay, you're gonna come to some ownership of something of value. I do feel like you're gonna be holding on to what you have. You're not gonna be losing anything. Okay, I do feel like you're going to be, whatever rewards you get from your situation is going to be saved. You're going to put it, maybe whatever money you make, you'll put in savings, or whatever you have built up or in your situation is going to remain whole. Again, I'm getting protective energies. You're going to be protected. Queen of Wands is protective. Four of Pentacles protecting, yet again, something of value. So I do feel like someone's going to be protecting you, or others are going to be protecting you. Someone's going to be holding on to you also. That's what I'm getting. You're going to be held on to, Sagittarius. Someone's going to really value, really covet you, and want to hold on to you because of your beauty, your warmth, your charisma. Okay? And your protectiveness. You see the woman has a staff here. If anyone tries to mess with that cat, they're gonna get bonked on the head. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like you're gonna be held on to because you protect what you have and you are of value. Okay, you're gonna be viewed as being of value, and you're gonna be retained as a result. You're gonna be, someone's gonna hold on to you. You're gonna be retained, or you're gonna come into possession of something valuable. So I feel like there's a stronghold, okay, of a situation. I do feel like there's like a holdout, okay? There's a holdout happening. And in the future, that holdout's going to be destroyed. What I mean by holdout is, it's like someone is holding back from you, or, you know, or I feel like someone who's very cocky, I must say, very cocky, thinks that they're the king or queen of your situation. They're going to have their crown knocked off, and they're gonna either be fired. This could be the person that is gatekeeping you. They're gonna be fired, or they're gonna be shocked by you in some type of way that you're being held on to by others. And it's going to really, you know, I don't know what it is. I feel like someone is not expecting you to do well. Someone is expecting you, they have these expectations that either you're gonna fail, or you're gonna give up, or you're not going to do well or something, and or they're going to be, or they're keeping something away from you. And I feel like forces outside of their control are going to come in and knock them off their seat, knock the crown off their heads of this sure knowledge that they're the boss of you, and they will be keeping you capped, you know, all this, and, you know, and keeping you contained. It's going to come right through and blow them out of the water, so they may get fired. And then, you know, what comes to mind is maybe you're applying for a license or something at a government office, and you've been trying so hard to get this license approved or get this permit approved, and you keep going. It's just an example, guys, okay? Just you know, try to link it to your situation and try to see what I'm saying. And you know, maybe for months you keep trying, and there's this particular administrator that works there, okay? And whenever they see you, for some reason, maybe they don't like the way you dress, or they're jealous of you, or they're just really ornery when it comes to their job. They're stickler for certain standards or something, and they're just like, it's just classic gatekeeping energy. Classic gatekeeping energy. And maybe one day they're gonna be fired, and they're gonna be like, what? So they're gonna be sitting pretty comfortable, thinking that they get to say whether you can go or you can't go, when all of a sudden they can find out that they're gonna be knocked out of that seat and no longer able to tell you if you can go or if you can stay, or if they can gatekeep you out, or gatekeep you in, or whatever. They're just gonna be knocked out of that position one day, gonna be fired, and they're gonna be busy dealing with the fallout of that. And when it's gonna occur to them, oh my gosh, I remember now that Sagittarius would come in and try to apply for a permanent. They just kept trying and trying and trying. Oh my gosh, they're probably going to apply again, and probably someone else is going to let them through. You know, they're just not going to be able to stop you. Okay, they're not going to be able to stop you from getting what it is that you want. Also, that you're in for a big shocker, a good one in the future, a big shocker. You're going to be shocked by something. Okay, we're going to get more information here in a second. First of all, it's going to start with the fact that people are you're being held on to, okay? You're being held on to, you're being retained, or that you're going to come into some sort of money or some sort of assets or something like this. And then you're going to have some sort of shocking event that takes your expectations, that it's just going to be these, you know, modest returns, or, you know, I don't know what it is. Maybe you'll be thinking about leaving or something, abandoning the situation, but you're going to have this shocking event occur. Okay, let's get more information about this. Oh, I got one here. Yeah, abundance is going to come your way. Abundance is going to be this, especially next to the tower, and they're both major arcana. There's going to be this, like a downpour, a pouring. Okay, you can see the stream here, and then it leading to this waterfall. You're going to have this watershed moment, okay? When all of a sudden, boom, you're going to have this big revelation, or big moment where all of a sudden things start to grow like wildfire, okay? Things start to grow like wildfire, okay? It could be that it could be pregnancy. You've been looking to have a child. It could be your business. All of a sudden you have a big moment where all of a sudden things should start growing, and none of this tiny stingy energies, yeah, you're getting some good, you got a flower there, that's good. You come into something, you're holding on to it, big energies, okay? An entire forest will become yours. All of a sudden you'll have luxury. All of a sudden you'll have wealth. All of a sudden you'll have abundance. Okay? All of a sudden you might become a mother, or the seed that you planted will germinate and just go nuts, and just so many plants, so many bushes, so many people, so much money. Green is the color of money. Like there's just going to be this big downpour. Okay? And all of a sudden you got all this. Okay? Okay, and we're getting justice. Yeah, you're gonna be treated fairly. I feel like there is a measure of maybe you're not being treated entirely fairly. You don't necessarily have everything coming to you that you should have, especially based on your discipline, your willpower, what you've shown, ambition, your drive. You're not necessarily getting a lot of rewards right now. It's kind of, especially with all this going on. But you do have some things of value in hand. And I feel like what's going to end up happening is you're going to get what's coming to you. And what's coming to you in the future is abundance. What's coming to you in the future is, whoa, break all that up. That's not quite right. Let's break that up. A sudden explosion of growth and abundance. Okay? And it's all going to be happening because you're going to be holding on to those little rewards, letting those little rewards grow and accrete and come together. Okay? And that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you, my beautiful Sagittarius. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comment section. If you found this reading to be scary accurate, go ahead and leave the word yes for me down in the comment section. I thank you so much for watching. Take very good care of yourself, and I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye!